sales are as is. Generally, quote, as is, where is, with no warranties. The buyer has no recourse against the seller or the broker as to the structural or operational condition of the property. It's a done deal. There's a title problem, insurance covers it. So it's like no recourse here. What you see, you get. Even if you can't see it. Another wrinkle, non-refundable deposit. The bankruptcy court can order the buyer's deposit to be non-refundable. Whereas in non-bankruptcy sales, there's no such thing as an enforceable non-refundable deposit in the California state law. In state law matters, I see non-refundable deposits all the time. They're unenforceable. It has to be liquidated damages clause. That's the law. It's unenforceable penalty, a non-refundable deposit. But bankruptcy court says, we'll take it. Minimum bid. The seller generally sets in the motion or proposed order a minimum competing bid, so it's open like a probate sale. And so the buyer isn't locked in. If someone else comes and offers more money, the court may take that higher offer. And then the cooperating broker who lost doesn't get anything. Breakup and topping fees. The initial offeror is called the stalking horse. He is entitled to a breakup fee if he is not the successful bidder, which fee is to compensate the stalking horse for his effort and expenses in due diligence in investigating the property and negotiating with the seller. So even if you lose a cooperating broker, you still can get a commission, a fee. You've got to ask for it, timely. And if the stalking horse is the successful bidder against the competing bidder later, then the court sometimes will grant the successful bidder a credit for the purchase price, which credit is called the topping fee. Okay. That's my talk. I want to just bring up this concept of lien modification. I want to go over this with you and then have some questions. Over-encumbered property, no equity. There's nothing for realtors to sell here. So this is just academic, but I bring this up, I don't want you to get excited about, well, we could strip the liens off in bankruptcy and create equity and sell the property. Can't be done. But I want to go over these and tell you exactly what lien modification is, so you have it for your records. In Chapter 13 and 11 cases, repayment plans, on the debtor's non-principal residence realty income property, a junior lien can be stripped down in amount owing, so the total amount of the liens do not exceed the fair market value of the realty. For example, income is worth $1 million, property is secured by a 750 first trustee and a 350 income tax lien. Well, that's over $1 million. The tax lien can be stripped down to 250, so the liens total $1 million. Leaving $100,000 of it unsecured, so that tax lien can be stripped down and treated as an unsecured debt in the Chapter 13 or 11 plan. There's no benefit to realtors here, but I just bring that up as for debtors. And what about stripping off a lien? Well, you can strip the lien off if it's wholly unsecured, but you can't on any property. But you can only strip down a lien on non-residents. Example, the second one I have here. Debtor's home is worth $700,000, secured by a $500,000 first and a $350,000 second. The second cannot be stripped down. You can't partially take it off. But if the first was $751,000, then the second of $350,000 can be stripped off because it's wholly unsecured. So junior liens on a house, if they're partly secured and partly not secured, can't do anything about that. Only if they're totally unsecured, the total of the senior liens exceed the fair market value, can you get rid of that junior lien. So that's lien modification in a nutshell, and just shelve it away because it doesn't do you guys any good for sales. But I thought I'd bring it up so you wouldn't get excited about it. Okay. Yeah. have any questions on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, thanks for that good presentation, as usual. They're clear, helpful. But, so my question is, a lot of what you said, it seemed like had to do with, court approving a sale. Now, so where does an appraisal come in? Is the court reviewing, is the price, if a buyer comes forward, is the price an appropriate price? And how do they figure that out? How does the appraisal
Well, since there's a competing bid procedure built into the process, obviously, an appraisal will have to be presented. Appraisal has to be presented to court, and if both sides agree on it, fine. It sets the competing bid situation, because the court is not going to permit the property to be sold significantly under the appraised value. It's going to want competitive bids as close to the appraised value as possible.
What if there's one bid only?
The court will approve it. The court wants to get as much money from the sale and distribute some of it to unsecured creditors. The trustee, that's what the trustee wants. If that's the only sale, it'll go through. Okay? Yes?
Where can we reference this in aspect to regarding chapter 11, 13, and 7?
Right here. Or you can buy my library.